Hi guys, I have 3 transducers today for aircraft. So the first one here is an airspeed transducer because there are 2 input port pressure. So the first one is for the pitot tube. The second one is for the static pressure. So it measures the difference between the pitot pressure and the static pressure, which gives actually an indication of the airspeed of the aircraft. Anyway, it is written in the plate. The second one here has only one input port, so it is for the measurement of the static pressure. So this will give the altitude of the aircraft. You have the plate here, so it's a transducer pressure altitude. Okay. And the last one has also only one input port, so it's also a transducer for altitude. But this one has a sound, so I think something is broken inside. So let's open this thing. We'll start with this one. I will try to remove first the 8 screws. So let's see what is inside. Yes, this thing is a bit destroyed, unfortunately. So I don't know if it is if this was done during the transportation or before. So normally, yes, you can see that yes, I should have some flat spring here. I don't know if you can see on the camera. So here normally this thing should be attached. So this thing is broken and there should be a potentiometer here. And normally, according to the pressure, this diaphragm should move and should be a shaft here. And this thing should move according to the pressure. But I'm not sure this thing is reparable. I will try to find something suitable to replace this this little spring here, but this will be difficult. It's a nice mechanism, simple, but I think a bit fragile maybe, because the transportation of this thing is not obvious. So I don't know if this is a dead code, but it seems 5647. It is possible, because I don't see another date in this cover. It is difficult to read, but serial number, type. There is nothing on this record. I don't know. So we'll see the next one. This one, for example. So this was supposed to be an old stock, a new old stock. So normally this was never used. So this is secured also. This thing, you need to remove this. Okay, so let's see inside this thing. So it seems you have also a problem here. You can see that this thing is totally outside the shaft here. I think something is missing because I don't know how this axis is held in the, because the length of this thing is smaller than the rest, so maybe there's something. They are small. You cannot see it, but there was a very small axe here, so maybe effectively on my finger here. I don't know if you can see, but here there was a very little axe, so probably something is broken. But this maybe can be repaired. I think need to remove these little screws here, and maybe there should be an axe inside. I don't know exactly, I cannot see, but anyway there is a hole here. I don't know if you can see in this in the shaft here, so maybe there should be something. Okay, we try to repair this thing. It's a dual membrane here, and this push up this thing, and this make turn of this of the shaft, and there is a dual potentiometer here with a very thin wire, and that's it. And it is very simple. It is the same technique than the other one, than the first one, a potentiometer and a membrane. So of course this thing must be sealed, because the pressure internally should be the static pressure of the external, which depends on the altitude, and the membrane will measure actually the difference between the pitot pressure, which normally should go inside this membrane as through this small tube here. So this is connected to the pitot input pressure here, and the static pressure is the inside of this device. So the membrane will move according to the differential pressure. But now we'll do a tear down of the last one. I hope this one is not damaged. So let's open this thing. This thing is beautiful. It is not only a potentiometer in this device. This is interesting. So it seems that we have here the membrane here. So this thing should move according to the pressure inside, to the static pressure. And okay, so there is a little spring attached to this membrane here, and this will move, I think, normally this. Okay, so you can see that the membrane, I don't know, in this side, maybe here. Okay, you can see the displacement of the membrane. But in order to test this thing, we must apply a negative pressure, because at the room pressure, like at this altitude here, this will not move. So we need to have negative pressure inside to remove the air actually, in order to move this thing. And so this will move, and this is quite complex because I don't see. I cannot see the purpose of this top, because mechanically nothing is attached to this thing. This is weird. So here we have a DC motor probably. You have only 2 wires, some relays. You have 2 relays. And we have here a potentiometer. So this is a servo loop, but okay, so this is a DC motor. You have the voltage, which is written in this in the motor, 27.5 volt DC. I'm trying to figure out how this thing works actually, but I cannot see the mechanical link between the bottom side with the membrane and the top side. This is a bit strange. Okay, I didn't see the link in the spring here. Okay, I was looking. So the spring actually so when the pressure changes, the force applied to the spring changes. So this will change the torque probably on this thing, and the torque is connected to this pinion here, and this can move, yes, with another pinion. So there is a gear here, and there is another pinion here. This is quite complicated. Can be interesting to understand exactly first how this thing works. This is a potentiometer. And the shaft of this potentiometer is connected to this plastic, but this is like so I don't know what's the purpose of this thing. Normally this can be engaged or disengaged, but I don't know exactly. It is impossible to turn this thing on. No, this seems totally locked. And this is another potentiometer. I didn't see it at first. Very long. Yes, it is written. You have this symbol here. So we have a detection of the position of this thing in both directions. I don't know exactly how this stuff works. I will think about that, and I will try to make running this thing when if I understand everything. I think it's an old instrument also. I don't have any dead code on this. Yes, 66 here on the dead code of this resistor. 1966, and maybe we have also dead code on the relays. Yes, 67 here. This is a nice mechanical stuff, very beautiful. So that's the end for the teardown of these vintage aircraft transducers. Thank you for watching this video and see you next time. Bye bye.